Good morning, everyone. I'm Brooke with Creative Heart with Brooke, and I'm just on a couple of minutes early so I can get shared into the group for today's event. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday. It is Wednesday, February the 4th, and today's group event is going to be Timeless Treasures or Crafter's Choice. So once you jump on, just let me know you're on here, and if this is the first time you're watching me, welcome, and I hope that you like and follow me as well. Let me go ahead and get the volume down. We don't need it repeating. So I did get my my glasses yesterday, so I have my new lenses, which I can tell a difference with my new prescription. So okay, here we are. All right, let me see if I can get shared in. I got my things spinning. It's taking its time. Let me see here if I need to get myself shared in, and I don't know why it keeps spinning on me. It's taking forever. All right, so today I've chosen to do Crafter's Choice. So I hope you all are gonna enjoy this cute project I have lined up for this morning. My camera adjusted there. All right, my thing just keeps spinning for me to search so that I can get myself shared in. I don't know why it's doing that. No, but I want to turn off the chat. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go to... All right. Finally quit spinning for me. Just kept spinning and spinning. I don't know what in the world it was doing. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So let me get myself shared in. Then when I go here, it's not letting me. I don't know. I'm getting a little frustrated with this thing. There we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now, let me type it in again. It's being a little cray-cray this morning. Okay, let me put myself here. Come on. All right, here we go. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it the other way, but we're just gonna go with it. I don't know. It normally lets me search, but it kept spinning and spinning, so I don't know. All right, so here we go. Hello, Lynn. Welcome. Hello, Tish. All right, so I got myself shared into the group. So again, welcome to the Lolly's Crafting Friends VIP group. We have a theme today, which is Timeless Treasures or Crafter's Choice. I'm going to be doing Crafter's Choice this morning. Again, I am Brooke with Creative Heart with Brooke. Up after me is going to be Julie with Vintage Flair by Julie. So she will be up after me at 10, and that's Eastern Standard Time. We have an awesome lineup of crafters today, so it's going to go on throughout the day and through the evening. So you'll want to pop in and out throughout your day to check in on the other crafters. And with the, well, I'm watching her, she's up here climbing. So with our event, you can like and follow the other crafters as well. That helps to support them. There are 2 groups at the bottom of my description at the top that you are welcome to check out and join. They are free groups. And our host for this morning is Lolly's Crafty Designs and Lolly's Crafting Friends VIP. So she is the host for our event. And we're going to go ahead and get started. And again, oh, there they come. I was going to say my comments are not popping up, but they are now. So, go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and turn my glue gun on. I had to make sure my batteries were charged. Yesterday I used them and both batteries were dead. So I had to get those charged up for today. All right, I don't need my cord right now. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull this mat closer to me. Thank you, Ollie. Let me pull this closer to me and I'm gonna push this back. Alrighty, thank you, Ollie. I appreciate you allowing me to do your events. So this morning we're going to do a bunny and I'm going to use a burlap bag. This is going to be the body of our bunny. We're going to make some cute little floppy ears. We're going to make I have my stencil that we're going to use on the bottom. We're going to make a little pouch, put some carrots in there, and I think it's going to turn out really cute. So, and I did forget to get my squeegee, but I can go grab that in just a bit. So what I wanted to do first is we're gonna stuff our bag. This actually was what came in this, because it was during Christmas. I got a gift in this, but I think it was my husband said, do you want to keep this bag? And I said yes, but we're gonna stuff it. But a gift came in that. I can't remember what exactly he got that came in it, but it was something. But we're gonna stuff it with some of the polyfill here. We're gonna get it nice and stuffed. We're gonna make some ears that are floppy for the top. We're gonna make a cute little face. And I think it's just gonna be absolutely adorable when we get done. Or I hope so anyways. Hello, J&J. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for watching. All right, we're gonna get my nose is itching. So all of our snow is now completely gone because it rained. It's raining today, so the temperature is even warmer, so all of the snow is completely gone. So I know at one point they said there was another snow storm coming, which I think it's next weekend. I don't know if that's changed. I haven't really looked at the weather on the news. I've just been following the story about, the Savannah Guthrie's mom missing. So that's been like a constant thing coming up on Facebook and like on the news. So I haven't really paid attention to the weather lately other than today it's raining. All right, so now that I got this stuffed, okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this around and tie it. And this is gonna be the top part of our bunny. And we're gonna make some cute little bunny ears. I'm gonna keep this tied tight. All right, so there we go. Which side do I want to be the face? I think this side looks better. All right, so we're gonna keep this side as our face. Once my glue gun gets heated up there, let's go ahead and trace out our ears. So I want these to be real floppy, and this is what I used yesterday on the ears I made on the bunny that I did yesterday. But I want these to be really long because I want half of it to be kind of stuffed and the other part to flop. So I'm kind of going to see how far I want this because there's the length of the bag, and I want these to be pretty floppy. So, what do I do with my scissors? There they are. So let's see here. And I had my pen. We're just gonna trace out a little stencil real quick with some paper. I was gonna draw on the fabric, but let's see here. So I just kind of, we'll use this. And I'm just kind of eyeballing how I want it to look. Okay. So I think that's gonna be long enough. So let's cut this out. And then we'll get our ears cut for both sides. Whoop. Follow the line here. All right, so there's our little pattern. You can also download patterns, you know, on the internet too, but I just kind of eyeball it and go from there. So, alrighty. So let me just kind of go down through here with my pen. Whoop. Willow, she's been into me blowing bubbles. She's got the little wand bubble holder thing, and so this morning I was blowing bubbles with her, and I got a little bit of the bubble stuff in my eyes this morning because I was blowing them up and it dripped down in my eyes, so my eyes have been burning after doing that with her. So but I blow them up in the air and then they fall down, and then when she goes to touch them, I say pop, 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 and then she thinks that's so funny. And then last night the dog was trying to eat the bubbles, and I'm like, ugh, don't eat those. I said, those are soap ones. You can order the bubbles from Amazon that are flavored for dogs. So I said, ooh, don't eat those. Because those were the soapy ones, but she kept trying to grab them and eat them. All right, so here's our first little ear, and I'm gonna keep this bottom part, you know, stitched together, and we'll do the sides. Like I said, I want like half of this, or not half, but really just a little bit that's gonna be the stuff, and the rest is just gonna kind of hang over. Let's see. Let me see here. Okay, so all my comments are not on I see them all on here. They're not catching up. The iPad's not catching up. Hello, Faded Fits. Trisha, good morning. Hello, Tanya. And let's see here. Hello, Julie with Vintage Flair. Good morning. All right, so let's get this side real quick. I'm gonna hold that one over there. We're gonna use this same side here. Yeah, do I have enough? Yeah, I got just enough. Okay. You got your apples, Willow? Yeah? Oh. I gotta have that back, silly. Let me have that. Don't take my glue stick. I gotta have my glue stick. Alright, so we're gonna cut this one out. I'm just gonna cut the sides in a minute once I get the rest of this cut out. It's crazy how much better I can see out of my glasses now with the new prescription that I got. They called me on a Monday to go get my glasses, but I couldn't get out still out of my driveway. So yesterday everything kind of, started melting. So it finally melted all the way. So we went and picked them up yesterday. They were supposed to come in last week, but I guess, because of the weather, it was just a little delay. So, all right. But what I did is, because I got these frames last year, because my prescription had changed last year. So I got these frames last year. So when I went to look at different frames, I really didn't see any that, I was like, oh, I like those. I love these. They're like my Vera Bradley ones that I picked out, but from last year. And I asked her, I was like, can I just keep the frames and just have the lens, changed out? And she said, yep. So they did that, but I found it was kind of funny because they gave me back my lenses yesterday. So these are my old lenses, and they had them in a bag for me, and it said return to customer. And I'm like, what am I going to do with these? But I guess you could, because they're the new prescription, so I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, they gave them back to me. I guess because, I'd already paid for them, so they're practically mine. But I'm kind of like, what am I going to do with them? Then I was thinking, is there a craft I can do with them? I don't know, but they handed them back to me. All right, so let's get these ears stuffed now. And I'm going to pull this over. Oh, hello, Denise. Yes, I use the same scissors for both. And my sewing scissors are with my sewing machine. Like, I don't ever use those for anything other than that. But these, they're for both. So, and when they go dull, I just buy another pair. Alrighty, let's see. That one may be enough in there to glue. So let's go halfway here, up through here. All right, so we're gonna stop right here. All right, and then I'm gonna do this side. We're gonna stuff once that dries pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna get my cotton here. All right, let's let that dry pretty good before we stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one done. So I'm gonna kind of do it the same length. So I'm going to put that down at the bottom so I can see how far I went down on that one. Okay. Oh, I can't blow bubbles right now. I know. You'll have to wait, okay? You'll have to wait till I get done. Look, why don't you blow them? Can you blow them? All right, yeah, I can't blow them right now. Oh, no. Look, I'll blow them one time. Okay, here we go. Ready? 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 There you go. Okay. All right. Let's stuff ears. Stuff our ears here. Alright, so just gonna get a little bit of this stuffed. Hold on, Posse. Yeah. Oops, I need the cotton. Gotta have the cotton. Gotta have my cotton. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to continue gluing this up because that's going to be flat with no cotton. So they'll be kind of floppy at the top. Will be kind of floppy at the top, and then I'm gonna do the next one the same way. Oh, girlfriend, I need the cotton. What are you doing? Okay. Yes, I think it's gonna be very cute too, Trisha. Let's see. Alrighty, let's get this one nice and stuffed in there. Okay, so let's get this one. I'm gonna do this side first. I think it's easier just to do one side at a time instead of trying to flop it down together. Okay, let's move that over there. All right, so now we got the flopped ear at the top. Okay, so now there we go, opposite ways. So then we're gonna put the pink, what did I do with the lacy lace? Here is our lace. So this is just gonna go all the way up. I want to cut this. I just seen how long it needs to be. Okay, so it needs to go all the way up here. And of course, I can trim as I need to. Let me see if I can flip it this way. That's easier to, this is so, there's a hair stuck in there. Okay, let me go up through here. Turn it this way so I can kind of angle it to go back down. This was an old well, not an old one, but this is a tablecloth. Was a tablecloth. Let me see how that looks. I'm going to lay it across this one here first and see how it looks. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then I'm going to cut the next one. So we're just going to use this one as my pattern. Okay, let's cut off this top part up here. All right, throw that over there. Just kind of get this kind of somewhat contained here. It's so difficult to cut it, you know, straight. This all fixed back right here where it moved a little. Okay, here we go. And of course, I'll trim it up, you know, as it needs to be once we cut this one out. Very difficult to cut. Let's see if I hold it up. Maybe that'll be better because it's hanging and not so bunched up on the table. All right, let me see what we got here. That second one may be just a hot mess, but we'll see. Right, there's my first one. All right. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. We can kind of trim it up as it needs to be. Let me turn it this way. Maybe it falls better that way. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna get this glued on. I think we're gonna cut just a little bit off the top here. Shape this up a little bit right here, and down at the bottom needs to be trimmed up. Okay, so let's get this one on first, and then we will continue with our bunny. All right, so with this, I'm just gonna barely put some glue because I don't want it to come like completely through the lace there. So we're going to just kind of gently put some on there. Just going to kind of go up through here, and this stuff, you know, it's like really stretchy too, so I'm trying not to pull it so tight. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Thank you, Julie. I think when I get off of here, I'm gonna have to go rinse this eye out where I got the bubbles in it from this morning because it's burning. It's kind of like, you know how you get like shampoo, you know, if you're washing your hair and you kind of get a little bit in your eye, that's how it's feeling. just barely making a line of that glue. Keeping it where it's not gonna show through there. Okay. All right, then I'm gonna trim right here so you can see the brown on the ear. There we go. Okay, so there's the first one, and we're gonna do the second one and after this. So there we go. So there's that lace on there. Let me trim some of this here on the side. Let me get a little bit more right here. This one's being floppy. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna set that one here. We're gonna do the next one. See how my ear's turning. There we go. All right, so I'm just doing the same process over here. Oops, got a little bit too much hot glue right there. I don't think it's, I'm just gonna barely pat it so it doesn't come through. Okay. All right, let me trim off this up here at the top. Got a little bit too much right there on the top part there. Okay. All right. Almost done with our ear. Almost done. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what needs to be trimmed. Turn it that way so I can see where the excess of the lace is hanging over. Okay, so now we're ready to put these on the top of our bag to make our rabbit. So let me get these tied here. I'm going to cut that excess off. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn it so I can see how it needs to go on here. So I'm going to put some glue here. We're going to just hold it there and let it set up. And then we'll do the other ear. So, has everyone else's snow cleared out from this last snowstorm? We got 6 inches, guys, for Georgia, and that's insane because we hardly ever get any snow, and if we do, it's always, you know, like 1 inch, 2 inches. It's not very much, and then it doesn't last long. But we got 6 inches of snow last Saturday. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the front side to hold as well. Thank you. I think the lace makes it look really pretty on the ears, especially that pink color. Alrighty. Let's see here. I think it's just about set up. Just kind of holding it on there. Alright. Let's see. I might have to, I wonder, well, I kind of wanted this to kind of flop over, but I don't think it's going to. But I might have to stick a dowel rod in there to make my ear, you know, set up. Well, I need to put some more glue here. For some reason, I don't want to attach too well to this burlap. It's taking a little bit longer for this to set up. I live in Florida and we had freezing temps for days now. Ooh, goodness. So what was the temperature freezing that it got to in Florida? Like what? We were in the teens here. Good morning, Madison. Great, you get to watch me for a second. Thanks for watching me. My ear don't want to stay on. Goodness gracious, this ear. I'm kind of pushing it to make it set up. Okay, maybe that did it. All right. Okay, so let's do this next one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, I think it's holding pretty good. Let's do the same over here. And I guess I'll just have to do the same step as I did with that one. See, look, does it? It's coming out again. I don't understand. Might have to put like a clip there. I do have some clips to hold it. I don't know why it's not sticking to the burlap. It's crazy. Any suggestions, guys? Okay, you say glue it here so it can hold. Okay, let me, I don't know why the bottom part don't want to stick though. We'll see, it keeps, let me see if, do a little bit here. Let's see if that will, might have to stick, put some more hot glue on the back side. Crazy, it doesn't want to stick to the bag. Like, what does this bag have on it that's making it not want to stick? All right, let me get this one. Okay, it's sticking to the ear. Seems like it's holding on the ear. It's the bottom part of the ears that don't want to stick. So let's see here. Let me lay it down here. I'll put some more right here. I'm just kind of wondering if that glue is going, you know, through the little tiny holes, you know, in the bag of the burlap. crazy that it isn't going to stick. Alright, so it's sticking to my ear on the side there. Okay, so that's good. So it's holding that, so maybe that'll, you know, help it keep setting up as it cools down. We'll just kind of leave it like that for now. All right, so there's the ears on our bag. So they're on there, so it's looking cute. All right, so now for the eyes. So I thought I had black buttons, but I had cream ones. So I'm gonna kind of see what these look like on here. And I can always paint these black too. Let's try, I think I want to make these black. Let me see. Just use some of that. We'll just paint these black. The ones I had in here was like that plaid, the buffalo plaid, and I thought I had some black ones in there, but I don't. It's just cream, red, green, and white. So let's just get these painted black real quick, and then we'll use these. Really, Willow? Really? What are you doing over there? Okay, I'm gonna get the heat gun so we can get these dried quickly. Trying to get down in that crack where you can't see the cream. Okay, that's good. All right, so let me do this next one real quick, and then we'll get them dried really good with the heat gun here. So these are like wood, is what it looks like. These cream ones, and they even feel like wood, but I thought they were plastic. Maybe they are wooden ones. I bought them from Temu last year to use at Christmas time. But they do feel like they are wood. And it's, you know, the paint's going on here very well. Like, you know, how wood takes in the paint. That's how, it's not like plastic. So I guess these are wooden. Okay. Just a little bit more. And we'll get these dry. Get my little heat gun here. I had to keep it unplugged because Willow, I didn't want her playing with the plug because she's been coming in and out of the kitchen. So I had the plug in, I had the drop pour I ran, and then the plug to my thing, I had it wrapped up so she couldn't get to it. All right. It usually doesn't take very long for the Waverly paint to dry, so let me move these over here. All right, so now for our eyes, we're gonna put them here. Let me just do a little bit. Hopefully it sticks with these, you know. Okay, there's one eye. And the next one. Okay. Okay, so there's our eyes. All right, now we got our button eyes on there. Cute little button eyes. Whoop. All right, so now, what do I do with my little bag of hearts? For a little nose, I got a little pink nose here that we'll use. And let me get my wire pieces here. It's all tangled up. This is my rusty wire. This is my one that I used yesterday for my whiskers. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to wrap this here to get our whiskers. And I'm going to cut off here. So we're going to do 3. Oh, my thing's saying battery. I don't know why. We're going to do 3 on each side for our little whiskers. And I gotta decide on what I'm gonna cook for dinner tonight. Last night I made, it was really good. I made, it was keto garlic Parmesan chicken, and it was really good. Like I baked it in the oven, and it came out really crunchy with the almond flour. So tonight, I think I'm gonna lay out some hamburger meat, and I might do like some type of Mexican, I usually do taco rice, but I really don't want the rice in it, so I might make it still and just leave the rice out for me, and then the rice for everyone else. I'm trying to do lower carbs. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up while I don't want to make too big of a mess with the glue with the little whiskers. I'm just going to kind of set that there. I don't know how well it's going to do on this burlap fabric, because yesterday it did good on the wood. It's just this doesn't want to set up very well. And of course, we're going to cover that with the nose, the pink nose, the heart there. I think the problem is that the glue is kind of going down in those little holes. I think that's the issue with the glue on this, which is not making it easy. Okay, now I kind of have those stuck there. Let's do a little bit of this, but I don't want to do too much where it leaks out on the side. Thank goodness it fell the other way, so I didn't have to put more glue on there. So now I can kind of press down with this wooden heart. And I'm going to push from the back side too. We're just going to kind of hold this for a little bit just to see if they'll kind of like set up. But I'm just going to apply a lot of pressure and make that glue stick. We're going to make it stick. What's my time? Oh, I gotta hurry. Gots to hurry. Okay, so I think it's good enough just to hold right there. I'm gonna grab out my fabric here to do my little pouch. So, in fact, let's see, we need to, and this is good because it's already got the bottom sewn. I just need to glue it on here. So let's cut a little bit more off the top here of our little pouch. I need to go get my squeegee too so that we can put the little word on here. So let me go grab my squeegee. I forgot to get that. Okay, so the word, let me find my little words, and our carrots are right there. These are still sitting there, so they're holding, so that's a good thing. They are holding. All right, so I have these little words. These are my Magnolia Design Company stencils. I used to be an affiliate with them, but now I use the Chalk Couture. My mom orders those, so I've been using some of those, but these are the ones I've had. So we have Hop to It, Hoppity, Happy, Pray, Hippity. Let me see what we have here. Easter, Grow, Egg, Spring, Hello, Basket, Flower, Jelly Beans, Bloom, Bunny, He is Risen, and Honey. I think I want to do Hop to It. I think it's the one I'm going to go with. Hop to It. Yeah, we're going to do that one, Hop to It. So these are kind of like, ooh, almost got myself. These are kind of like the Ray font. the Ray font is what these kind of look like. So, okay, let me push that over. We're gonna lay this across our bag, the pouch here. I'm going to apply this to the bag. But, you guys, Tish is on here with TLC's Country Creations. She actually is still an affiliate with Magnolia. So you actually can go to her site and look at what she has. And then you can see all the new Easter and spring that they have. But I don't know if they even have this font anymore with the spring and Easter. I think they have all like kind of some newer stuff, but and then this is the ink I'm using, and we're just going to use the heat gun. Normally you would heat set it with an iron, but because this is not going to be washed, we're just going to do it with a heat gun because it will get really hot with that heat from that. So it's going to go really slowly. I don't want to go on there for me. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just gonna stick that down there. I got 5 minutes. We're almost, let's get this nice and heated. Let's get our bag. So I'm going to place it here at the bottom. And I'm just going to take the glue here and go on the pouch part of our fabric. I'm going to press down. And I'm going to take the paintbrush too and touch up that lighter. It got a little bit on there, but not fully. I think it's because it's so thick. Plus, my ink is like kind of old, so it's not as fresh as it was in the beginning. And you can add a little bit of water to them. Alright, so now, since we have our little pouch, we're going to stick our carrots down in there. So I've got 3 of the Dollar Tree carrots, and I'm going to put a little bit of cotton down in there just to make it, you know, look a little fuller. Press down. This is still drying over here, but we got a few minutes. I want to stick my carrots, and I'll end up gluing these in. I just want to show you how cute this is now that we got it completed. There we go. Hope I didn't get knocked off. Someone called on my phone. All right, let me fix my whiskers. All right, and then there we have it, our cute little rabbit with our ears, and then it says hop to it. So there's our final little rabbit. I think I'm gonna make a bow for the top. So I will do that. I ran out of time, so I'm gonna do that as well, put a cute bow up here. But this looked really cute. I think it turned out adorable. And I'm going to add that bow on there so you can pop in later and see the final picture. I'll post that in a little bit. Welcome, Lucy. Thanks for watching. But Julie with Vintage Flair is up next. So you'll want to catch her live up after me. Thank you guys. I love it. And I am going to add more to it. So just check back in later and you'll see the added finished touches to it. So thanks again, guys. And I will catch you guys later. But there we go. There's our little bunny rabbit with our little burlap bag. Turned out really cute. All right. See you guys later. Hop on over and watch Julie. Bye.